Hello. We are part of Teen Art Club here.
It's great to learn new skills and meet a lot of new people with the same interests as you. You can just kind of hang out and do your own thing and just draw for a while.
When I first started, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel way too young for this. What if everybody else is a whole lot better than me? It's not like that at all. Everybody has their different styles and how far they've gotten into their art career or really just art for fun. And we all understand that here, and it's important that you know that when you think about this place.
It's definitely a very accepting place, and you can just be yourself and have fun.
My journey started with my relationship with Jesse Rebick, who's our program director. Jesse and I would have lots of conversations about the need for art education that was outside of a degree-seeking situation, and making sure that people had access to learning and experimenting that was guided by people who knew what good art and art education could look like. I also happened to have had coffee one day with Jelaine Pinchuk. And so she and I looked at each other and went, let's try to make this happen. Our energy led to us starting the 501c3 and also to combining our efforts with Bluff Strokes, the paint out. She had this great idea to take the energy and legacy that existed within that paint out and to merge these two organizations. Voila, we end up with an art center, a full-fledged art center, a building and people and community and art every day. It's been a phenomenal year. It's been a year full of hard work. There was a lot of energy going into starting this, and then we keep adding people with more and more energy. Every single person that interacts with what we're doing adds energy to it and helps carry it forward. I think that's what's happened this year and a half, is that we've created a great community. Lots of folks would love there to be arts programming available, but the idea of the economic commitment to what that takes, those are quite difficult challenges to meet. I think the more we can explain that clearly to people, the idea that being an artist or being a nonprofit organization, these are jobs, these are careers. Hopefully we become an organization that can help translate that idea to the rest of our community, that the arts are worth investing in. A youngster who walked into the doors of the art center of our education area, they were a student with the Boys and Girls Club, and they were doing a programming for them here, and they walked into the door and looked up and just said, we get to make art here? That's how I feel coming to work every day, right? That this is where I get to make art. But seeing that from somebody else, hearing that from folks who are coming to the art center is just the best thing. What I think is most important is that it is stable, that it exists into the future, that we grow at the right pace so that we can ensure its longevity. I want this to be a place that the learners and the makers who come here are co-creating it with the staff and the board, so that as we grow, we're growing in a way that our community needs us to grow. My hopes would be that we have artists who are part of the common studio area and they're making art here on Sundays and in the evenings and while we have classes going on upstairs, that the programming, the learning that we have going on now expands, that we can provide more opportunities that fit the need for those who want to use our services, that we can find our way to being the space that is really about art for everyone, that we are meeting them where they are, providing the next version of what Dubuque needs for visual art.